Guys, welcome back to World Illuminate 11 on this day 36 of our series Unleash Your Authentic Divine Feminine Self. I hope you're doing well today. So it is the last day of the series and it's been a great series. I'm really grateful to the angels for bringing in this series to help us all to really be able to dive deeper into ourselves and really be able to connect with the light of your soul. And by working, by being given all sorts of different aspects that came up throughout the series, of things that you can work on for yourself that are there to help you release the fears, the blocks, the obstacles that you've had in connecting to your true self, to that light of your soul that is within, so that you can help it to come out and shine even brighter. It is already shining, but for it to shine even brighter and for you to really be standing in your authenticity in everything that you do. Because the more you're standing in your truth, and and you are being your true self without all those fears and the obstacles that you've had in your life sort of there covering up your light, the more you are really able to do the things that you are here to do, the more you are able as well to live the life that you are here to live. So it's been a beautiful and amazing series, and it's always going to be there for you to check out should you wish to watch other videos at some point or rewatch the whole thing. And obviously you wouldn't have resonated with every single video, but there'll be certain videos that would be there to really help you to connect with your true self. And it's really great that it came in at the start of the year as well, because this is the year of mission, and for you to be able to really stand in your power and really move forward with confidence and strength and power as a divine feminine or a divine masculine as well, because connecting to your divine feminine energy within as a divine masculine and unleashing your authentic self, that also helps you to be able to do the things that you are here to do, because we all have that masculine and feminine energy within. And as we are moving into new earth, moving more into the golden age, in this age of Aquarius, it is really about that feminine, divine feminine energy coming out more, with that connection to intuition, to, compassion, togetherness, understanding, working, with others, and really moving forward, being of service. That is what is really coming in. So this series has really been helping you to release the blocks that you have within yourself to connect with yourself, because everything starts with you. So as you release those things, you connect more to your authenticity and more to your truth. You can really then be able to move forward as you walk into your mission and into the new earth, into all the things that you are here to do, really more in your power as well, and you're able to then help others to be able to do the same. So really powerful series, and I'm so grateful to everyone who's been watching it. Thank you so much for walking this journey with me. And we are going to finish off with the last two cards of this series. Interesting cards as well. The first one is Divine Sensuality, and the second one is Isis as well. So Divine Sensuality, and it says making love erotica. And as you can see, there's that beautiful mermaid that is lying there, and there's all that sort of red about passion and, just all the sensuality. And the message that I'm really getting here with this card, this is about you feeling comfortable and good in your own body, accepting yourself as you are, really being in the place of removing or working on healing any of the sort of blocks and fears that you've had about your own body, about connecting with, the beauty of who you are. This may be something that you may be needing to do for yourself. It's something that I actually really worked on doing as well when I started my spiritual path, to really get to that place of loving my body. I would just take off your clothes and stand in front of the mirror and just start to tell yourself that you love yourself. You can actually also start with the Ho'oponopono, sort of the prayer, to really sort of say, to sort of get past those barriers of actually being able to I'll put a link for the Ho'oponopono prayer in the description box as well. And that can be about you forgiving yourself, telling yourself that you love yourself, and and that really sort of helps you, because you are there. You can stand in front of the mirror to work on telling yourself that you love yourself. And if there are things that have happened in the past, things to do with, maybe certain traumatic events that have happened in your past that, have sort of kept you from being in this place of accepting your body as, yourself and your body, or, certain experiences that you went through even as a child that, affected sort of your sensuality and, being able to express yourself in a sensual way, and all those things, that can be something that can help you as well. And you can stand in front of the mirror and say, I please forgive me, I love you. And I will put all the words of that prayer there, and work on healing yourself, work on loving yourself, work on loving your body, because everything starts with you. And you are on this twin flame journey, and the journey is all about you really getting to that place of feeling that you are in your power as a divine feminine. And that is when it comes to making love as well with your divine masculine, when the time comes, when you are together on the 3D. So it's all has to start with you getting to that place of feeling good in your own body, of really feeling sensual, and really accepting yourself as you are. So you have to work on, getting to that place of loving yourself. And if there are certain blocks that may be coming up for you, that may be something that you may be needing to work on, diving deeper into that. And it's actually something that I'll be bringing in as well on the channel, sort of starting working on, diving deeper with people who may want to work on inner child healing, or healing when it comes to their body and things like that, going deeper to see what blocks and fears are coming up, to help people to get past that sort of barrier that they've had as well. So this is something that, because it talks about divine sensuality here, so it's a divine thing to really be in that place of loving your body and feeling sensual. And then when you are in that relationship with your divine masculine, when it comes in on the physical, you are feeling good and positive and confident in yourself as well, to be in the place of making love with your divine masculine. And it's divine sensuality. Your body is sacred, and it is about you also. The other message that's coming through, so apart from you getting to the place of accepting yourself and loving yourself, loving your body, so that you feel confident as well to feel sexy and look sexy, and do whatever it is you may want to do with your divine masculine when the time comes, and be confident in doing all those things. There's also the other message about realizing that your body is sacred, and it is about you. When you are making love with someone, it's about an exchange of energy, and it's about you being aware as well, and looking after your energy, and really being in a place of loving yourself enough to be aware of who it is that you are in exchange of energy in that way with. That's the message that's coming through. Be in a place of respecting yourself enough to really know that you when you are exchanging your energy through making love to someone, it is something that really comes through from the heart. It is something that is there to be done in a sacred way, because before, in society, the way that we'd been taught about sex, for example, was very different. But now we're learning that everything about even sensuality and making love, it is actually all a sacred act, and it is about you really sort of ensuring that you are doing that energy exchange with someone that truly means something to you, and where it comes from the heart. And you're not just settling for something, and you actually know that there is a strong energy exchange that is happening there that really sort of lives with you for the time to come. So that's the message that's really coming through when it comes to this card. But I'm also being guided to just read a bit of something here, because when it comes to this cultures and society, depending on where you grew up, this sensuality may be something that was sort of it frowned upon, or not talked about, or there was guilt for, especially for females, where there was guilt associated with sensuality, having that pleasure in with making love and sexual pleasure. And so there may be certain barriers that you may actually have in, or fears that you've had that have been put into you by society or by the culture that you grew up in, about how a woman should be, certain things that a woman should do, or and all these things. Or even if it's you are a masculine as well, it may be certain things that you've been taught by society, and things that are about fear and holding you back from really seeing this making love as a sacred and a divine act that you actually do in a sacred way. So the message that's coming through is also about working on releasing whatever blocks that may be that society may have put on you, or your culture, for example. It's about breaking through all those things to really be your true authentic self. Connect with your true self. What is the light of your soul wanting you to do when it comes to doing that, and get past the blocks that may have been put upon you, or any guilt or anything like that from society or the culture. So I am going to read this part because I'm really being guided to read this. And it says, please know it is your birthright to choose freely who you give yourself to and why. The only question is whether this is a sacred and honorable exchange, whether this feels like it is a good choice for you personally. So it's really about, it's also about, like, maybe where they have been, where you are, people have been forced to be in a relationship, or a marriage, just because society has sort of said that this is what you need to do. It's about breaking through those barriers, and as twin flames, that is what we are here to do. If that is something that you feel in your heart that this is true to you, then that is the message that's coming through. It is about you knowing that it is your birthright to choose freely who you give yourself to. And it is a matter of whether you are doing it in a sacred and an honorable exchange. So really powerful. I just really wanted to share that. But it is your choice. And that's what, as you are breaking through as well as twin flames, to really sort of, take your time, be patient, because it is your choice to be with your divine masculine, because you know that this is a divine connection and you want to have that sacred relationship with them as well, on the 3D. So it is about taking your time and making that choice to keep standing strong on this journey, to keep moving forward on this journey, because in your heart that this is actually something that you want for yourself, because that it will be a sacred and honorable exchange when you are in that relationship with them. So and then it goes on to say, it is time to put aside societal and even cultural and traditional norms and judgments about who we choose and how we choose to enact sensuality. There is a boundary being broken through. As long as this is a free choice of your own, and one that brings you wisdom, health, joy, and respect, it is not for others to make this choice. It is yours alone. So, that's the message that's really coming through. It's about you making that choice. If others may not understand why you're taking your time and, you are on this journey, remember that the choice is yours and yours alone. What is coming through in your heart. It's about always listening to your heart. That's the big message that's coming through. Always listen to your heart when it comes to matters of divine sensuality, and and follow your heart, and that is what is going to lead you to that life that you truly desire. And also when you do that, it helps you to connect as well with your true self, and you know, to really release the blocks or what society is or culture has told you, and to really be there to do what is coming through from within your heart. So that's the message that's coming through with that one. And the next card is Isis, and it says the goddess of magic, and it says sexual energy is sacred. My pleasure is a prayer that brings me back to life. And that's really powerful as well. That's about which is what I was talking about, that you know, it's a sacred act when you are making love to someone, and you know, sacred energy is sacred. So when you are exchanging that energy, you know, it is about making it you realizing that it is a sacred act. And you know, and it says here, my pleasure is a prayer that brings me back to life. Because you know, when you are in that time of making, of having that pleasure, it is actually, you know, you really doing it in a sacred way that helps you to connect more to your true self as well, to really be in the place of really enjoying that pleasure, but also really connecting with that other person as well in a sacred way. And the more you are in the place of doing that as well, the more you get to really unleash your true authentic self, because you are sort of giving yourself and really being your true self, not being inhibited by certain guilt or certain things that you've been taught, that you know, or judgments or things that you've been taught by society or culture that you should be a certain way. But you're being open and being your true self. But it's also about ensuring that you do it in a sacred way, and also, you know, and really being in the place of doing it as that sexual exchange as well, that is honorable, and with someone that you truly feel that this is coming through from your heart. So that's the message that's coming through when it comes to this. And you know, working on healing whatever it is that may be in the way of you truly connecting to, you know, your desires and the things that you want to really do, and you know, being in that place of being sensual as well in yourself, and you know, just being open to really having that pleasure and enjoying yourself, because you are, you know, you are here to have those pleasures, but to have them in a sacred way. So that's the message that's coming through from the angels today. I hope you have a great day, guys, and thank you so much for watching this series, and I'll look forward to the next series, whatever that is going to be. And I'll see you on the next video. Love, peace, positivity, and light.